So we're back. Having been notified that this was in fact the 900A, I went ahead and peeled off the screensaver. It came shipped with a texting and driving. It can wait, like it has a screen protector on it from the factory, which I think is very nice. And I'm kind of going around, and Samsung covers this guy with plastic about every 6 inches or so, and I'm just kind of working to peel this stuff off as I go around. It is absolutely a beautiful phone, and we'll get to some of the color schemes in just a little bit. Now, one of the things that you cannot really easily see online when you're looking to order this actually has a bluish tint to it. If you look at the white ones, they clearly have a white tint to them. If you look at the black ones, the charcoal ones, they have a charcoal front end to them. But this is the blue one. And in fact, let me get the back piece for it. It's got the nice shiny blue on the back, but it has kind of a bluish front to it also. And that's a really, really neat thing. Now, I haven't done anything yet because I haven't inserted the SIM. Now, if I look at the phone from the back, the SIM slot is right here with the micro SD slot right above it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the battery, which said it was charged, which automatically kills the phone. And I'm going to take my AT&T SIM in, and let's see if you can watch me put it in. I'm going to take the AT&T SIM and just slide it in right there. And this is just a little bit of a hassle. I also bought a 64 gigabyte Samsung micro SD card. Since the pictures are so big, I'm just going to go ahead and slide that card in right now. Well, I say I'm going to. There it is. So I've got a 16 gigabyte phone, and I'm back to about 80 gigabytes of storage now. I'm going to pop the battery in, and when I flip it over, all I have to do is hit this button on the side, and it starts the boot process again. We'll come back with some of the really great fit and features and trim pieces. I've got my new Samsung S5 Galaxy compared to my HTC One M7 I've been using for about 2 years, and has been a really, really wonderful phone. If you're looking at them, I've kind of lined up the screen size. You can see that there's a good 3/8 of an inch from the top of the M7 to the top of the S5 for screens. And if you kind of rotate this guy around and we line up the screens just a little bit, you can see that there's probably 1/4 of an inch in width also. If you look at the Samsung a little bit more closely, you'll see that it fits nicely in the hand, just like my M7 did. It's covered with this somewhat controversial shiny blue, and in truth, I wasn't really certain if I wanted it or if I wanted to get charcoal or white, but looking at it now, I gotta say, I'm really glad I made this choice. It's just a beautiful color. The front of the phone has got some of the same blue along the display. It's just a really, really attractive phone. Remember, this phone has an IP67 waterproof rating. Look at this bevel around the edge. That is seamless. It is super duper tight. As we kind of look around all the edges, there's no weirdness there. So, and you've got to have the cover there to keep it tight off of the USB 3 connector. So what I'm going to do right now is, if I turn it on and open it up and we're looking at just the default, you see that we have a Wi-Fi connection here, but that it is you see that we have a network connection to AT&T. It is recognizing towers up here at the very top, but there's no LTE. So what I have to do is I have to go to AT&T, and I'm going to have them provision this IMEI onto this phone, onto my account for this phone. So I went back through, and I got the phone ready, and you can see I've already put a case on. But I went off and I turned off the NFC because I'm not really using it. I had it provisioned with AT&T, and in a second it will probably show the fact that it's 4G LTE. If I turn off Wi-Fi, it shows that it's 4G LTE on the AT&T network, which is great. The couple things that are going to have to change. The first is we'll have to set up this my magazine bit, which I'm not really wild about. There are all kinds of widgets and apps, and I like a really thinned down Android experience. Now we're using TouchWiz, and that's not so great. But one of the things I have found that I really like is the keyboard The keyboard is pretty darn fabulous. Now, I've made one phone call on it so far, and the call quality was absolutely wonderful. I thought it was much better than my HTC One M7. Now, the one thing that you will notice when I put the Wi-Fi back on is Wi-Fi comes on, Wi-Fi is connected, and almost instantly you'll see the icon in the upper left-hand corner. This phone is, in fact, downloading some software to update. I think this is probably the new lollipop for the Samsung. But thank you for watching my unboxing, my prepping, my getting ready, and my validation of my Samsung S5 phone. I'll be posting updates and leaving more text reviews as time goes on. Thank you.